And I'm wearing my black lipstick for you. Oh, black nails changed. Hello, this is Robin Brock, and just an intro to this video. I've been co-writing for most of my songwriting music career up until a few years ago, and then I decided that I wanted to stretch myself as a musician and as a writer and write some songs on my own, both lyrics and music. But it's kind of lonely in a lot of ways, and so but there's also sometimes I've been noticing with some of the songs that I've been working on that they just need a little bit of extra help, and that's when it's where a co-writer is brilliant. And so I have enlisted one of my co-writers that I actually wrote the game from Hidden Power with, Randy Robertson. And I've known Randy for a very long time. He's been in several incarnations of bands as my guitar player. And yeah, we've been all over the place together, and really I love writing with him. Is he's got some spare time right now, so I'm going to pick out a few songs that I think would be suitable, that I think that he could really do an awesome job on. And we have a lot of the same influences, and most of the time that's a really great thing. We both grew up listening to Kiss and anyways, we have a lot of the same influences. And so that really, in the songs that we've written, that's translated very well. The game is actually one of my favorite songs. The demo is a whole lot different than it turned out on the album. That's another video. I'm just going to go through a couple of my songs just to see which song I want to, get him started on. These are the songs that I'm working on right now. They're in one form or the other. So let me just explain a little bit. This is kind of what we do in the studio a lot of times, just to keep track of where you are in the process of a song. So obviously the title's on the left side, DR drums, so that I check it off once I get a drum track built for it. I check it off, G guitar, B bass, V vocals. I usually just put a scratch melody on there. Vocals, keyboards, and overdubs. So if I want to add backing vocals or something like that. So just my quick little way of doing that. So as you can see under guitar, I've got three songs that Eric, my new co-writer, has, and he's working on right now. Yeah, so the songs have drum tracks on them. They're not necessarily complete. I mean, I can even go down the list here. Nasty was a song that I actually wrote myself, start to finish. I play guitar on it, as the notes say, needs to be redone. But it's got a scratch vocal on it. But it actually the bridge needs a little bit of work. But that's probably more production thing than anything. Captivated, I just have, just some drums that need to be, I kind of have an idea for the verses. My Resurrection, I basically have the whole thing except the bridge, verses and chorus, melody. And so I sent it to Eric to do his to see what his perspective was on it, and to see what he had to add, like especially with guitar and stuff. I just had, I think, just a scratch guitar on there. Intimate Enemy is right now, it's just got vocals and it's just got a scratch vocal on it and keyboards. Daniel, one of my other buddies, he just did a quick keyboard track for me. The Unchosen, Eric, I sent that to him too. He's working on, but that one I had the verse and I had the chorus also with that one. Yeah, scratch vocal. Needs again, the bridge needs work. You know, sometimes the bridges, the part of the song that it kind of is the final word. Anything you haven't said in the chorus or the verses, you usually say in the bridge, and it usually hits. It's usually builds and builds and then crests at like some ridiculously high note or something like that. I mean, every bridge is different, but you know, if you want to think about a Whitney Houston song, say for example, you know, it just builds and builds, and then she hits those ridiculously high notes, and then it goes back into the chorus. You know, usually a change in music, usually a change in, could be a change in rhythm. It all just depends on the song. Pray For Me, which is another one I wrote on my own. It's got drums and it has some guitar on it, and then scratch vocal. Vampire's Kiss, I just messing around with that one. It needs a bridge too. Carpe Noctem, I think that's just the working title. I think that may be one of the ones that I sent to Randy. I'll have to look at the lyrics to see. I think that could be yeah, that could be a contender. Shut Up and Ride, when I wrote it, it was actually one of the very first songs that I wrote all on my own with writing the music. I just kind of messed up on it anyways. So, and I didn't really realize it until it came time to record it. But I got the drum tracks down, and so I'm going to have to redo that. Badass, I got the drum tracks. I kind of have an idea for, I think I'm going to send that to Randy too. I'm going to mess around with the melody on it in a little bit later on today. He writes really great riffs, so I think he could really do some damage to that. Yeah. Into the Fire, yeah, something about that's not quite working. I don't know what it is. All I Ever Wanted, I sent to Eric. That one, actually really proud of myself for that one. I was just kind of messing around all the melodies, and I even did some harmonies in some of the choruses, and it's really cool, I think. Now that Eric sent me the new drums and some of the guitars of what he's done, sure, it's even better. So anyways, Army of One, I kind of just finished that song. I have to just started actually working on the drum tracks. I'm so bad at updating my little chart here. And then Rock and Roll Revolution, if you didn't see my first video, you should catch that. It's about the cut up process, and I've been working on that one. Actually just finished the lyrics last night, pretty much anyways. That's my little chart. I have way more songs. But at this point, I just need to start somewhere. And here's my just my little file folders of the songs that I'm working on. You know, recording. I'm going to take a look at Badass and Carpe Noctem and see if maybe Rock and Roll Revolution, and see if those are the ones I'm going to send to Randy, and we'll go from there. So update, I decided which songs to send Randy so far. Carpe Noctem was one of the winners. Actually had it was a little bit more progressed than some of the other ones. But Carpe Noctem, working title, the chorus was Seize the Night. Let's see, and then Badass was one that it's funny because I listened to it and I just wanted to see how, what I had on it. And I don't know what I was thinking, but I don't know if you'll find this humorous or not, but as I was listening, the drums they needed a little bit of work, so I reworked those. I didn't have any guitars or anything on it. I just had a vocal line, and it wasn't singing. It was me pseudo rap speaking, and you know, come on. But anyways, it was quite funny. Yeah, it made me laugh. So anyways, I hopefully that made him laugh too, or else he thinks I'm totally nuts. But anyways, yeah, so I'm looking forward to, he was excited. I already heard back from him, and he said he was gonna, he was working on it. He liked the drums, actually. So I respect Randy a lot. He's been writing songs for a very long time, and for him to say that, I was actually quite proud of myself. So yes, us musicians and our insecurities. Anyways, I'm excited about it. hopefully and you'll get to hear a little bit of it. And well, yeah. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you soon. Oh, like my hat. This is my new writing hat. Lee hates it, so I wear it all the time.
All my life, I've dreamed out loud, walking around with my head in the clouds. All my life, I've dreamed out